one?
Yep.
I can just take, oh, okay,
He gave me 2 in case we lost one.
okay.
When am I supposed to start this now?
If Oreo's available, whoever logs in.
Well, we can read this kind of stuff. I mean,
I think we're gonna present flowers, no?
yeah, well, you could read this stuff, so up to here, and then do this. You know, like it says on here,
Okay.
don't you think?
Sure.
Read it up to here and then whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so straighten this out for me.
I should straighten it all out.
So I start with this.
Yeah, that part.
Okay. Then I introduce Shell Lake.
I would maybe, yeah, well, that's the way it seems, doesn't it? Yeah, because he's got it up to here.
Then the senior
And
night
the
script.
Senior night, and then this, yeah. The rest of the team, I guess. The seniors should be coming out here, don't they?
Should I go ahead and start?
Yeah, go ahead and start reading your stuff, I suppose.
What's that?
Where am I? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Luck Row Field. For tonight's game, you have the Shell Lake Lakers and your Luck partners. Luck School District, the Lakeland Conference, and the WIA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is driven with the exception to exhibit positive and respectful behavior for the enjoyment and the respect of all individuals. Your cooperation in demonstrating the ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated.
Well, rumor has it we're on here from Garrow Field. Welcome, Marty Messer here on the microphone. Tonight we have a West Lakeland Conference matchup between the Shell Lake Lakers and the Luck Cardinals. It is senior night tonight, so the players and parents of the seniors will receive some special recognition. I'd like to talk a little bit about the matchup tonight. Both teams are 2-1 in the conference. They are tied for second place in the West Lakeland. Luck has a 6-1 record. Their only loss coming to Prairie Farm. In conference play, Luck averages 40 points a game and gives up an average of 23. In 7 games in their season to date, the Cardinals have rushed for over 2,000 yards. They average 288 yards per game, and they have held their opponents to 143 yards per game. Offensively, the Cardinals convert 37% on third down and 27% on fourth down. As a team, the passing attack has yielded only 34 yards per game, but has resulted in 6 touchdowns. The rushing attack, as I said earlier, for over 2,000 yards to date, has accounted for 27 touchdowns to date. Looking at the Luck statistics on an individual basis, Wyatt Jensen is their Swiss Army knife. He does it all, and he has a great supporting cast working with him. He is the passing leader, 44% completion, and averages 9.4 yards per pass. On the rushing side of the ball, which is the mainstay of the Cardinal offense, Wyatt has 112 carries to date for 1,067 yards, which equates to 178 yards per game. He averages 9.5 yards per rush and has scored 16 touchdowns on the rushing attack. Mike Hochstadler has rushed for 3 touchdowns. He's got 306 yards and averages 10.6 yards per rush. Connor Svoboda also has tacked up 3 rushing touchdowns. He has carried the ball 34 times for 268 yards at a rate of 7.9 yards per carry. Justin Bleckinger, the last of the Cardinal running backs, has 40 carries for 264 yards. He's scored 4 touchdowns and has gotten 6.6 yards per rushing attempt. Justin Bleckinger is also the leading receiver for the Cardinals. He's caught 3 touchdown passes, and he averages a robust 28 yards per catch. On defense, Wyatt Jensen leads Luck with a total of 88 total tackles. He's got 2 interceptions. Justin Bleckinger, second on the team, has 45 total tackles. Connor Svoboda with 41 and has contributed 2 interceptions. Gavin Ellison has 41 total tackles, and Gavin Fredericks has 35 total tackles. Looking at the defending leaders in terms of tackles for loss, we have Gavin Ellison with 4 thrown for losses, Nate Scow with 4 thrown for losses, and Jason Evenson also with 4 TFL tackles. Wyatt Jensen has returned 2 punts for touchdowns and 2 kickoffs for touchdowns, so the Cardinals have been able to put points on the board with their special team. Gavin Fredericks has also returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Last week, the Cardinals defeated Siren 51-22 in a game played at Siren. Now the Lakers, coached by Joe Johnson, was a 39-0 winner over Frederick last Friday night. Their conference loss occurred on September 17th. They lost to Siren 32-6. Shell Lake averages 33 points per game, and they give up 14. They are also heavily reliant on rushing the ball. They average 289 yards per game, and they give up 112 yards on the ground to their opponents. Their passing attack has yielded a total of 31 yards per game. They complete about 39% of their passes, and they've gotten 3 touchdowns via the air route. Looking at their team defense, they've got 25 thrown for loss tackles and 13 sacks. Individually, looking at the offensive statistics, number 24, Sam Negus, has 828 yards, averaging almost 13 yards per carry and 166 yards per game. Number 21 for the Lakers, Wes Kilber, has chalked up 452 yards to date, averaging 9 yards per rush and 75 yards per game. And their last ball carrier, number 9, Jacob McNulty, has chalked up 283 yards, 47 yards per game, 5 yards per rush. So that's their rushing attack, which to date has been their linchpin on their offense. Defensively, number 21, Wes Kilber, that's an L. Wes Kilber Leads with total tackles and 67, and he also has 2.5 sacks. Number 22, Cody Cox, has 55 total tackles. Tackles. Number 72, Logan Yoss, has 6 thrown for losses and 3.5 sacks. Number 52, Demon Benuski, leads the defense with 5 sacks and has forced a fumble. So that is the statistical rundown leading in tonight's contest. And welcome in the booth to my right-hand assistant here, Mr. Jordan Basie. Welcome, Jordan.
It's good to be back.
I know the feeling. We just had the introduction of the senior players and their adults. Why don't you do the honors and talk about our seniors and their parents?
All right, so the first senior we have is number 2. That would be Wyatt Jensen, son of Sonia and Jake Jensen. Next we have Gavin Fredericks, son of Megan and Jason Johnson and Jacob Fredericks. Next we have number 7, Diego Garrido, host parents being Nikki and Tony Carter. Number 10, Nate Scow, son of Heidi and Ron Scow. Then we have number 14, Dominic Berryman, who is the son of Tiffany and Arnold Weinholt. Then we have number 25, Connor Hochstetler, son of Erica and Nate Spurrell and Jake Hochstetler. Next senior we have is a running back. It's number 30, Justin Bleckinger, son of Gina and Dan Bleckinger. Then number 33, Gavin Ellefson, son of Holly and Devlin Ellefson. Our final senior we have on the Luck Cardinals roster is Mike Wright, son of Charlene Piper and Heidi and Larry Wright. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 seniors on this Luck Cardinal team who are playing their final home game of their careers. Over their 4-year football career, the football program has combined for a record of 34-4, including state runner-ups in 2018 and a state championship in 2019. As tradition now dictates at this time, we'd like to honor the seniors and their parents on senior night as they take the field for their last regular season game at home.
Looks like we've got the Cardinals receiving the football to start the contest tonight, and the Cardinals will be defending the north end zone. It's a beautiful night for a football game. Hardly any wind at all. Temperature is in the
60s.
Low to mid 60s, yes.
After raining all day, it's turning out to be a fairly decent night here. See what the field conditions turn out to be after a soggy day.
Yeah, it was a nice soaker. It was on and off, little bit. Nothing really heavy, but as Jordy says, you never know what the field conditions are going to bring to the game.
Especially with the town being built on a swamp already, any added moisture is going to be muddy and mucky, it seems like. I went to the game last weekend up in Siren.
Yes.
Oh, that's a buggy field. I mean,
well, that's carved out of the wilderness and was a relatively lowland area, swamp area, if you will.
Yeah.
I know they had a major job of filling and maintaining filling because everything kept settling on them.
Yeah.
So it was a maintenance issue for that field.
I was going to say, last week we were a split household, so with the wife teaching at Siren, we decided to go to that game, and we had to spend equal time on each side. Kind of rotate where we stood throughout the game to
That's okay.
even it out.
That's
luck
all right.
Cardinals.
Mixed marriages
At this
work
time,
out.
for those that are able, we would ask you to please rise, remove your headgear to the Cardinal player to do the national anthem. You guys are doing the national anthem.
Well, senior night at Locke. Both teams entering the game with a single conference loss. Tied for second place. So there's a little bit at stake here tonight, Jordy.
Should make for a decent game. Luck coming off a blowout win at Siren.
And Siren is the team in the conference that has beaten Shell Lake.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was talking to my brother about the game last week, and we both kind of stated that it was a surprise to see that game get a little bit out of hand for the Dragons. Spoke to Siren head coach Ryan Karstens after the game, and he said Wyatt kind of did a number on them, and that was evident by the couple long touchdown runs he had, and another great showing for Wyatt up at Siren.
Well, it's our hope we can report on a few more long touchdown runs, and that's always been an issue with me up here in the booth, trying to keep track of those long scoring opportunities, just how long they were. So, Jordy, I'm asking you to keep a sharp eye and help us keep track. Here's the opening kickoff. And it's
into the end zone for a touchback.
That will be a touchback.
That was a well-kicked football.
So one note I'd like to add is it appears that the Cardinals get back Justin Bleckinger tonight after being out last week with that ankle injury still. Suffered that a couple weeks ago at the...
Is that the homecoming game?
At the homecoming game.
When I was not with you. I was
recuperating.
Home nursing a bug. Handoff. This looks pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Crosses midfield. To about the 32-yard line, 33-yard line.
Michael Hochstetler with the big carry to start the game for the Cardinals. Gain of...
I don't know, where did they start? They start on the 20? They start on the 15?
Gain of 35 there for Connor Hochstetler.
Is it Connor or Mike?
Mike, sorry.
All right.
24 and 25. I saw the first Hochstetler name and went with it.
Up the middle.
Up the middle for Wyatt there.
The spinner back picks up a couple yards across the 30. Maybe
Call it
to
a
28.
Call it a gain of 2 for Wyatt. Cardinals starting the game in familiar fashion. 2 run plays. Wyatt's going to keep it again. Plow forward for looks like another gain.
Perhaps
About
2.
I was going to say 3 and make it 3rd and 5.
We're right at the 25-yard line.
3 yards short by Wyatt.
3rd and 5. I'm sure it's 4-down territory.
Especially in this part of the field early in the game. Pick up 3 yards each play and you got a first down.
Jensen,
We got whistles early before the play starts.
early movement. We'll check and see what the call is. They're pacing off 5 yards.
Looks like a false start on the offense. Moving it back to 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals here.
Looked like he had a nice opportunity on that. That was Svoboda looking to get around the left end, and it was whistled dead before it got started. But it looked like he had a little running room over there.
Gonna steal your pad.
Double slot. Now we got more penalty
More
flags.
flags on this play.
Another false start.
Makes it 3rd and 15 for Luck.
I'm interested. I'd like to know what's going on. Luck has always put a guy in motion early as part of their offense, and I don't know if that's what they feel is the motion that they're calling as a penalty. I see Coach Dunlap having a discussion with the referee.
Wyatt
goes.
breaks up the middle.
There he goes. 15, 10,
10,
5, touchdown!
Number 2, Wyatt Jensen.
From the 35, looks like it'll be a 35-yard touchdown carry for number 2, Wyatt Jensen, to start this senior night for the Cardinals.
The Shell Lake rush focused on the outside, and Wyatt was able to step up and slice and dice his way to the end zone.
Wyatt looking for the 2-point conversion
Way
pass,
across
throws
the
it
field.
way across the
And
field.
that's a 2-point conversion caught by number 3. That's
Gavin Fredericks.
Gavin Fredericks.
Little senior-to-senior connection for the 2-point conversion.
So we've got 9:46 left in the quarter, and the Cardinals are on the board. 8 points. Good start. In spite and despite of the penalty issues.
Luck struggled with that to start last week as well. I think it's just, like you say, it's that motion early in the offense. Maybe the guy's moving forward at the snap. That's all it takes to draw that flag from the official. So
Oh, yeah. We're following. I'm on Madison. That's not good. We have to get tested.
Well, Shell Lake will get their first crack at
on the offensive side of things
having
here,
the football.
with
Yeah, we got tested later, so.
Garrido to kick off for the Cardinals.
That's good.
That and they're using that things that are like
Oh my
this,
God, yes, I know.
like horse tablets.
I know. You should have to take a test.
Garrido kicks it off. Looks
Another
like that
end zone finder.
ball will sail into the end zone as well. Shell Lake will start at the 15.
Well, I've got a bug-splattered window in front of me, and I'm having a hard time reading numbers, but that's nothing new.
I was going to say, you should have tried it last home game when it was just me here relying on Todd. And
And breathing heavy down there.
yeah,
The windows were fogging up.
Good
Quarterback
run.
takes
Good
off
run.
up the middle.
Look at this. Look at this. He's going all the way, folks.
number 24, that is Samuel Negus for the touchdown.
He's the guy that leads them in rushing. They certainly knew that coming in. If I knew it, I'm certain that the Cardinal defense knew it.
So that'll be a 65-yard touchdown run. That's the longest play I've seen the Cardinals give up this year.
Probably in a couple of years. Oh, bumbled snap.
Looks to try and salvage the conversion, but the pass falls incomplete.
Mike Hochstetler was putting pressure on the holder who picked up the fumbled snap and attempted a pass, so that 2-point conversion falls short of the mark, and it's 8-6. And we're at 9:34. What were we at? 9:45?
9:45. It sure didn't take long for Shell Lake to answer the Cardinal touchdown with one of their own. Well, now we get to see the Cardinal offense back on the field much earlier than we thought we would.
Boy, that's for sure.
See how they respond here.
Yeah, that was an absolute shocker to see him.
Break through the middle like
Yeah.
that and just go untouched for 65 yards. Another kickoff into the end zone. Still air must be allowing these kickers to get the ball through the end zones there. 'Cause, I mean, it's going both ways, so.
Luck's offense starting on the 15-yard line.
All right, well, second possession for the red and black. Is that Bleckinger?
Handed off to Bleckinger, it looked like.
Near the 20-yard line. We'll see if he got to the 20. It's close. Looks like it might be just a little short.
Gain of 3, probably 3 or 4.
Gain of 3 by Blackinger on that run.
First carry coming off the ankle injury sustained a couple weeks ago versus Frederick.
Oh, another penalty flag.
More movement by the Cardinals up front.
Another false start.
And see, Coach Dunlap is saying he's in motion, and that's what they're calling. They're calling that motion as
I was going to say, you could
as
hear
illegal.
that from down on the field?
Yes,
Or
I can.
how? With headset on and
That's 45 years of sideline wisdom. Someday you'll be able to do that.
I hope so.
Here he comes. Hochstetler crosses
Hochstetler with
the
the carry again.
25.
Gets back the yardage lost anyway.
Trying to pick out some numbers of tacklers. Looks like number 52 was in on that one. That's Bianowski. Damon. I'm assuming it's Damon.
Damon is what I would assume.
I was surprised at the enrollment. The enrollment is like 194 at.
We got more flags flying here. They can be in motion when the ball is hiked, though.
This is becoming a recurring issue. And again, it's something that we've done for years with our offense, and it's, you almost need to. Yeah, now that's it.
This
Now
is
that
an
was,
illegal shift instead of a false start. They decline the penalty, making it 4th and 3.
Lake, it makes it 4th down and 4.
Coach Dunlap is arguing, or I should say, trying to make a point.
Trying to make his point.
There you go. Shell Lake would say he's arguing. We're saying he's trying to make a point. But those yellow flags become an issue. And again, it's what we've been doing for the last 15 years. So
Looks like the Cardinals will line up to punt here.
nice punt. Taken by number 11.
Tackled by Jensen.
Tackle by Jensen.
It was a good kick by Bleckinger there, trying to save what field position the Cardinals could.
I can't find an 11 on the program, so obviously I did not see an 11 make that
Come on,
reception.
fans, let's give our defense a boost here. Come on.
I was going to say the windows and the far side of the field don't help. Possibly it was 14.
Here's the passing attack. They're really split wide left. They've got a double set of receivers really wide left. Another one up the middle. Look at this. He's going. He's gone.
He's going to...
Inside the 10, and we got a face mask. Saving tackle. Face mask called against the Cardinals.
Who was on the carry there? Did you catch a number?
I did not.
Number 21 was a big run.
21.
That's Kilber, Wesley Kilber. All 5'6", 130 pounds, but he is quick.
Face mask
It's a
on
long 40-yard carry for the
makes it
Lakers, who've ran 2 offensive plays, both gone for 40 or more yards. So not a great start for the Cardinals defensively.
No, a little bit lethargic, to say the least. Play coming in from the sidelines. We'll see what the... I think what they're trying to do is they're just spreading out the defense and
2-on-1 down here.
and quick hitters up the middle. There he goes again. Oh, ball is on the field.
Ball's still out late.
Cardinals, I think, fell on it.
Cardinals fall on it. Looks like Scow came up with the recovery there.
Not a whole lot of room to operate there. It looks like it's about the 1 yard line.
Looks like Nate Scow came up with the recovery. I don't know if anyone truly forced that fumble, but
That was kind of a quarterback keeper. He rode the lead back to the line and then pulled it back and decided to keep it. Trouble. They call that an incompleted pass. They called it a
the
safety.
looks like Wyatt stepped on the end line there before
Wyatt stepped out of the end zone.
getting rid of the ball.
And so with 7 minutes left in the first quarter, we've got a tie ball game. Interesting matchup here. The quickness of Shell Lake has so far been very impressive on the offensive side of the ball.
Yes, and it's showing its muscle right now against this Cardinal front anyway. Spreading them out a little bit, and it's leaving a lot of one-on-one matchups in the middle.
What do they want? 7 minutes?
7 minutes on the clock. 7 minutes left in the first quarter, all tied up at 8 as Cardinals will kick it deep here. See if Cardinals can get a good kickoff here and
Deep. Taking it at about the 15.
15 yard line.
There he goes.
Couple missed tackles there by the Cardinals as he crosses midfield, gets to about the 35.
Wesley Kilmer with a nice return. Wyatt Jensen with the stop.
Kilber with the return there.
I cannot see those numbers.
I was just going off what Todd said there, so.
Wesley Kilber. I can't see the numbers.
You get to look out the open window. We have to look through the windows.
Well, we don't have to, but we are. So I'm just going to slide down a little bit. And quarterback keeper up the middle. Picks up about 5.
Looks like Bleckinger and Scow, 2 of them in on that tackle.
Makes it 2nd and 5.
Either way I move, I'm looking through the windows, so. Second and 5 here for the Lakers.
There it goes. First down. Is that Kilber?
That is Kilber again with another 6-yard carry, we'll call it.
First down. Inside the 25. That's the Luck 25. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Quarter dominated, frankly, by Shell Lake. Keeper turns the corner, tackled out there. Nice open field tackle. Check the number on that. 21 on the tackle for Luck. That's
Connor Savoda.
Nice tackle by Connor Savoda.
Gain of 5.
Down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Cardinals really struggling to stop the run here early on in this one.
Quarterback keeper sheds 2 tackles, and he looks like he's got the corner for a touchdown.
It would be a 20-yard carry.
Is that Kilber again? There's a 24.
It would be the quarterback, Negus, for the 25-yard touchdown. For the 20 or 25?
I think it was at the, maybe it was at the 20. Extra point is up and it's good.
Extra point is good. It makes it 8 to 15.
Number 4 is their
Shell Lake leading.
Landon Deneen. 6'1", 170-pound junior. Splits the uprights, and it's 15-8 with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Shell Lake Lakers on top.
It's a lot warmer up here tonight than it was 2 weeks ago.
I brought a coat in, and I'm glad I didn't.
I was going to say, I
Just put it in
already
my bag.
lost my sweatshirt, so. Oh. I was going to say, I even wore boots tonight,
And I did too.
thinking might get a little chillier up here, but it's turning into a beautiful fall night.
A beautiful September night in October.
Fredericks and Jensen back deep to receive.
I was going to say, when I got up here today, I found where my phone charger has been for the last
Oh,
2 weeks.
interesting.
As I,
Deep kick.
it's going to go into the end zone again.
End zone.
I think we're going to see a recurring theme here with Shell Lake kickoffs. Betting that ball is going to wind up in the end zone more times than not tonight.
Well, just so that we don't get complacent and think it's going in the end zone and then they onside it.
Yep.
Shell Lake 15, 4:57. First quarter.
Hochstadler around right in, crosses the 20-yard line to about maybe the 22. Tackled by Benyuski.
No, Nice run by Michael Hochstetler.
Hochstetler's third carry on the night. 36 yards on the ground so far for Hochstetler there.
Looks like he gained about 7 on that.
I called it 6. I'm not Al Tomlinson, so my numbers
There
are
he goes.
probably going to be
There
a
he
little
goes.
off.
See you later.
From the 21, that'll be a
And the touchdown is good.
59-yard touchdown run by Wyatt Jensen.
Luck will go.
Bringing luck within 1 here.
This is like the old days in the American Football League. We've got the John Hadel San Diego Chargers playing Darryl LaMonica and the Oakland Raiders here.
I'm assuming they were also high-scoring shootouts.
They were. It was just run and gun. Oh,
Pass broken up in the end zone intended for Hochstetler there.
looks like if he wanted to, he could have taken that in himself, but he checked off of his primary receiver, went to his secondary receiver, and by that time he was covered. 15-14, Shell Lake on top. 4:16 left in quarter number 1.
So if my math is right, in the first quarter so far, Wyatt's got 99 yards on the ground already. But numbers add up quick when you have a 35-yard touchdown and a 59-yard touchdown. So
Good stuff.
2 touchdowns on 4 carries. It's a decent start. Need to find an answer on the defensive side of the ball, though.
That's going to be the issue. That is going to try the patience of the defensive coordinator. I think that's Joe Wells is the D.
Joe Wells is still the defensive coordinator, assisted by Bryce Holm. I believe Bryce helps out on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Yeah, Bryce is a volunteer coach with him. Is that what he's
Bryce
doing?
is volunteering with them this year. His first year volunteering with the Cardinals coaching staff. Cardinals look to kick off here with 4:16 remaining in the first quarter.
Another
Ball's
end zone
up
finder.
and another touchback.
Yeah, result in a touchdown.
So we're on kickoffs. We're 5 for 5 on touchbacks. The only return was the safety kickoff, which I mean you kick off from
Yeah.
10 yards further back and
15 yards.
makes a difference.
Well, let's see if the defense has made any adjustments here. Again, Shell Lake splits out 2 receivers right along the left
Boundary there.
boundary.
Ball's handed off.
Well, that was better. He still had good yardage. I don't have my glasses on.
Gavin Ellison and Fredericks on the stop.
Gavin Fredericks and Gavin Ellison on the tackle there.
Now, what are the chances of having 2 Gavins on the same team, much less on the same tackle?
I was going to say, stopped him for a gain of 5 anyway. Yeah, that is kind of unique getting Gavin and Gavin in on tackles there.
There it is. There's the stuff.
And it looks like Gavin and Gavin combined on that stop as well.
Whole lot of 3s when those guys meet for a tackle. One
3
wearing
and
number
33.
3, one wearing 33.
Stopped him for no gain on that play.
And it's 3rd down.
I believe the quarterback kept that one there and maybe should have looked to hand it off.
Well, he's not exactly big. Oh yeah, he is.
6 foot 175.
175. So he's bigger than I thought. It's that other running back that isn't very big. This guy right here.
That's
Zoom.
that's-
First down.
That results in a first down.
First down. Tackle by Michael Hochstetler, but not until a first down
Kilburn.
was attained. Where are we at? About the 27, 28?
27. We'll call it a gain of 7 for Kilburn on that one. Kilburn on that one. Sorry. First and 10 for the Lakers.
Handoff. Getting outside. There he goes.
Kilburn again.
Run out of bounds.
Right around the 30.
Another first down run by number 21.
Gain of 17 on that one, we'll call it. Or
It seems like they're winning the war
sorry,
at the,
23.
at the point of attack. They get that that initial seal block, and zoom, he's gone.
Thank you. Aaron. Thank you. I'll always say yes to free water. Now I got the divider right in my way here.
There, he moved. That should. I thought there was movement.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
I thought there was movement on the part of. That play should have been blown dead, I think.
Illegal shift.
They'll call it an illegal shift to make up for the mistake, maybe. Man in motion moving forward at the snap. I could not see right away.
I think that's their pet call. You know,
Oh, it's about the fifth or sixth one that's been made in
but-
the first quarter.
But
so.
some officials tend to like some calls over other ones.
So it'll be first and 15.
Another penalty flag, another penalty flag.
Flag on the play.
Stop for virtually no gain on that. Ball carrier, 24, that's Negus.
Looks like the Cardinals might look to decline this one as they were stopped for no gain. So it'll remain second and 15.
Second and 15.
Make it 14.
I still like 15. See, the one thing I did like about doing this by myself is I had no one to
Nobody
argue
to
with
argue.
where
Nobody
the
to
ball's
argue about
sitting.
the yardage distance, and
They cut me some slack up here because I was doing it
there
alone.
goes the pass. Well thrown and caught.
Pass is
Number
complete.
3
First down.
Isaiah McKelton.
on the catch, and Jensen makes the stop on the boundary right at the 10-yard line.
But see, there you go. They've been running with these two wide receivers set out, and now they throw to them, and it's successful. So they've got a game plan coming in that they're executing very efficiently, at least so far in the first quarter. Now they're going to split their receivers wide right.
We call it a 20-yard gain on that for that reception.
Quarterback keeper trying to get to the corner.
Savota makes the stop for a gain of 3. Looks like it'll be second and goal from the 6 is what I would say. Time winding down in the first quarter here as we're under a minute in this high-scoring first quarter of this football game.
Yeah, if you like offense, this is the place to be tonight.
I was going to say, you notice that with 8-man, with fewer people on the field, there's a little bit more space to make those big plays.
To the 5, looks like. Short gain on the play. Nice defensive stand there. Brings up third and goal from just outside the 5.
From the 5-yard line.
I think that'll be the last play of the quarter.
And we'll look to flip ends here. Quarterback's over at the sideline. Looks like both teams will be heading to their sideline here. So that wraps up the first quarter. It is the Luck Cardinals 14 and the Shell Lake Lakers 15. So both stars of this game eclipsed the 90-yard mark on the ground, with Jensen having 99 yards carrying for the Cardinals, and Negus had 94 yards on the ground for the Lakers. So big starts for both guys you'd expect. Wyatt's averaging a whopping 178 yards per game on the ground. Oh, it looks like Shell Lake's going to run that ball in off the right end.
21 carrying.
That was
Wesley
Kilber with the 5-yard touchdown run to start the second quarter.
Kilber averages 9 yards per rush for the Shell Lake Lakers. And Negus, the aforementioned number 24 for the Lakers, averages 166 yards rushing per game. So a lot of potency in those two running backs.
And the kick is up and good for Shell Lake again. It is 14-22. And I should pay the respect Kilber is due, as he had 81 yards on the ground in that first quarter.
There we go.
Averaging well over 9 yards per carry, as he only had 5 carries in that first quarter.
Well, adjustments need to be made here, obviously, by the Cardinal defense.
Going with the 2015 Packer offense motto, hoping you just score more points than the other team. A win's a win. If it's 70-69, it's still a win. If it's 10-9, so.
Did I ever tell you about the basketball game I played in where we beat a team 98-92?
Did they cut a hole in the bottom of the peach basket that day, or?
Come on. 98-92. That was the third game of the week. We'd gone over 100 on Tuesday, and we've gone over 100 on Friday, and this was a Saturday night game, 98.
Had the three-point line been invented yet?
No. Three-point line had not been invented. But
I don't mean to poke fun at you, but
a
couple of those were softballs, so.
Well, Marinette was a big school. That's the team we beat 98-92. But that's another story for another time. There he goes. Ooh, good inside seal that time. Number 12. I don't have my glasses on because I'm fogged up. Number 12, Isaac Crosby.
That was
with inside fill on that after a gain of 5.
Hochstetler with the carry that time. Michael Hochstetler. I should be more specific, seeing as how there's 3 different Hochstetlers on the team. Ball's handed to Bleckinger. Come out the right end.
Oh, nice tackle again.
Looks like he'll gain 7 on the play there.
And picks up a Cardinal first down.
You gained more than 7. That was like 9 or 10. We'll call it 10.
Line of scrimmage is about, what, the 32, 33? No. The
27.
27.
I was like, that doesn't sound right.
There he goes.
Wyatt with the keeper. Looks to gain about 4 on the right end there.
Wyatt Jensen with a run, being about 4.
Second and 6. Coming up on 10.5 minutes left in the first half. Shell Lake 22, Luck 14. Cardinals with the ball. Bleckinger
Another carry, tries to find the outside.
did a really nice job of
Carry for a first down.
Looks like he'll gain about another 9 yards on that carry.
juking in, out, and up. Allowed him to get around that end, so we're across midfield. Cardinal ball at about the 38-yard line of the Lakers.
Hand it off to Savoda here, going around the right edge.
Almost broke that tackle. Gain it. Give him 4 yards on that.
Connor Savola with a carry of about 4 yards.
On the tackle, looked like number 22, Cody Cox, 6 foot, 175. Close to breaking that. Good tackle by Cox.
Kept by Wyatt up the middle, breaking
There he
through
goes.
a
There he
little bit.
goes. Inside the 25.
Wyatt trying to say he landed on top of the defender to get up and keep
That's
going.
a heads-up call. I mean, that's a heads-up play.
Keep going and thinking.
What do we think he gained on that run? They were at
Where were we at the third? No, at about the 35.
35, call it a gain of 12. Cardinals split 3 to the near side here. And it looks like it's a designed quarterback keeper for
Going nowhere. There was
No
no
gain
blocking up front whatsoever.
possibly a loss of, looks like a loss of 3 on that one.
That play started badly and got worse. Second down and about 14.
Set out in the same formation with a flip out to Bleckinger here on, tries to run through a couple Laker defenders. 55 on the stop for the Lakers. That is Brockton Nason.
Well, it gets us back to the line of scrimmage, so it's third down and 10. No. Third down and 9.
3rd and 10. Looks like the Cardinals never fully got set there, and
Oh.
Play and play.
it'll be another false start penalty for the Cardinals.
Coach Dunlap's hairline is receding. As we speak.
Was receding before the game.
Well, but I mean it hasn't done anything. All these penalties are just frustrating as all get out because the Cardinals
Third and 15.
obviously rely on that running attack, and when you're 3rd and 15, you're in trouble. And there's a
High snap bounces.
over his head, and that tackle brings the ball back into Luck territory at the Luck 38.
I was going to say, I believe it was 55 on the stop again. That was Nason again.
That offensive series
5'8" freshman on the
that's
stop.
10, 20, negative 20 on that possession.
27. Justin
Bleckinger will be back to punt here for the Cardinals.
He had a good snap. Trouble. Oh, he got it off. Well done.
Decent
Well done.
punt inside the 15 anyway.
Cardinal defense.
Needs a stop here before half. One thing we'll have to keep in mind as halftime approaches is the Cardinals started with the ball.
Yes.
So Shell Lake will get it coming out of the half.
Yeah, Shell Lake deferred, and so they will receive the second half kickoff. So just under 6 minutes. 8 minutes, just
8
under 8
minutes.
minutes. My bad.
Handed to the running back.
That's the first down run.
That's going to be Kilber again with the 11-yard first down carry.
Cardinals are still
Still trying to
struggling.
find a way to stop that option attack that the Lakers have been
struggling.
running.
This formation is giving them fits, spreading them out, and the quickness of Shell Lake is being used to maximum advantage.
Quarterback
Keeper.
keeps it this time.
Oh,
Got the edge there. Number 14 on the stop for the Cardinals. That's Berryman with the tackle.
right about the first down marker. It looks like we may have to have a measurement.
That is a first
They
down.
signaled a first
Signal
down.
first down. It must have been just a 10-yard carry there for Negus.
About the 37-yard line. First down Lakers.
Puts Negus over the 100-yard mark already in this contest with 6:40 left in the second quarter. Whistles early before this play can get going.
Legal procedure indicated against the Lakers.
That'll back it up to 1st and 15.
Makes it first and 15 for the Lakers.
Cardinals had the interception on it, but it was blown
The
dead.
play was blown dead long before you could truly see the end result of that one. Should have been keeping track of the number of penalties called in this
Oh.
one.
There's been a lot of
A lot of yellow on the field so
Yes.
far. And Shell Lake isn't wearing yellow tonight. I know it's just their secondary color, but I got to imagine their home uniforms are blue, so
up the middle, little sidestep, enough to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
it's like a 5-yard gain for Kilber.
Clock continues to run, coming up on 6 minutes.
Lakers in the shotgun again.
Quarterback straight keep, missed tackle, first down.
Gain of 12.
For the Charlotte Lakers.
Oh, looks like they marked him just short over there.
Maybe stepped out of bounds before
Yeah.
Standing
Before
correct.
being-
31.
or before getting that last burst there. Well, instead of the gain of 12, we'll call it a gain of 9. Looks like they're going to line up for the straight quarterback keeper again.
Oh, and we got a penalty flag coming in. Is that going to be a late hit out of bounds? We'll see if that is in fact the call. If so, that'll be half the distance.
As
was a 12-yard carry already as we get the call from the head official.
I don't think it was a dead ball foul. Yeah, they are calling it a dead ball.
15-yarder.
Late hit.
So that tacks some more on to the 12-yard carry already.
Watching these Shell Lake running backs, they're just they're kind of like a Barry Sanders. They'll stop and scoot and change directions, and that quickness is very, very impressive.
They aren't very large in stature, that's for sure. Is
See, there's another little dodge at the line of scrimmage.
as Kilber gains 3, it looks like.
They're down in inside the.
Inside the 10 here.
So this is first and goal? No, it's not.
It is not. It looks like they can still pick up a first down at about the 1.5 yard line.
3? Maybe the 2 or the 3 yard line. Whatever. Immaterial. 5 minutes and counting. Cardinals need a stop. They need a turnover.
Into Kilber right at the line. And he scoots in for the 7-yard score.
Like they ran a little inside trap on that. Right up the gut.
Kilber's second touchdown of the night
28-14.
as the Lakers line up for the extra point again.
Going to have
Looks like play
offsides.
was blown dead.
I think we had luck offsides, or else there was illegal procedure on a movement up front. They're going to go for 2.
Moving it half the distance to the goal there, so Shell Lake changes their mind. They're going to go for 2 here and try and make it a
Offsides.
16-point game.
Offsides the call.
Got more whistles here as we wait for officials to get set. Hands to Kilber again.
2 points.
Kilber again gets the 2-point conversion.
Makes it 30 Shell Lake, 14 left.
30-14.
2.5 left.
Cardinals are in a situation where they really need a score here before the halftime. I'm not saying it's insurmountable, but they need to get that offense clicking, and then they can go in at halftime and talk about what they're going to do defensively.
You got to do something to try and stop that 2-headed monster of Shell Lake's running game.
They're quick, and they execute very, very well.
Kilber seems to get lost kind of behind that offensive line, and I mean being 5'8", standing behind guys that are 6'2", 6'1", looks like.
Yeah, he's a little
Shifty.
water bug.
Shell Lake to kick off here with 4:52 remaining in the half.
Here's where you onside it.
Kicked the last 4 through the back or into the end zone and
Gonna do it again.
kick it deep again and lands in the end zone again.
Another touchdown.
Deneen really has quite the leg here for
He definitely
Shell
does.
Lake. 6'1" junior showing it off early. Ball snapped to Jensen.
There he
Takes it off
goes,
the
there he
edge.
goes, there he
Puts
goes.
it back.
No flag down the play.
Nobody's going to catch him.
Wyatt gets it. Touchdown.
$15 and $40 again.
Hmm?
40 here and 25.
25, 65.
Another 65-yard touchdown. That was huge. That was huge.
Another quick touchdown run in this game. 50 points so far in this first half. Looks to throw. Evades the defender just in
Two-point
time.
conversion.
Nate Scow with the 2-point conversion catch.
22-30. Lake. Shell Lake is leading. 4:39 left in the first half.
Nate Scow with the 2-point conversion. Great job. Cuts the lead to 8. Gives the Cardinals a big emotional lift when they really needed it.
And I was just about to say, Shell Lake's almost daring the Cardinals to try and throw the ball. They had all 8 guys right up around
In
the
the
line of
box.
scrimmage
Yep.
there. The 4-man defensive front and the 4 linebackers right behind them.
I'm trying to reflect back on the glory days of Nate Scow's dad. I don't think Ron Scow caught too many passes. He was a good tackle, but I don't think he had any extra points.
Hard to score when you're playing on the line.
Well, I mean tackle eligible, but that was 11-man days, and that was a great football team. That was John Gronsky's team when we lost to Osceola here. There was about 3,000 people for that game.
Cardinals kick it into the end zone again.
Touchback.
22-30 here. 8-point game as the Cardinals trail. Wouldn't think you'd ever see a small school like Luck playing a team like Osceola anymore.
Well, and that was in the days where you had to be a conference champion in order to qualify for the playoffs. That was the only loss that the Luck team had all year, was to Osceola. Quarterback keeper. Good for maybe 6,
For the stop.
maybe
Well,
5. We'll see what it is.
We'll call it 5. Makes my math easy.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Math isn't supposed to be easy.
It's a lot easier dealing with 5s and 0s than
Okay.
6s and 8s. And
All right, okay. As a basketball coach, I count by 2s, sometimes by 3, so what the heck. There he goes.
quarterback kept again. Call it a gain of 10 on that one.
First down run.
Well executed. Under 4 minutes.
Now on the Cardinals side, and you can't get, now that you scored that touchdown before the half, you got to make sure not to give up another one before the half.
I hear you.
Ball's handed to Kilburn
Inside
again.
handoff.
Met by Jensen and Fredericks there. Gain of 3 on that one.
2nd and 7. 3:40 left in the half. Quarterback keeper again. Quarterback keeper.
Merriman with a good stop.
26-yard carry that time for Negus.
He really does that option read well. He puts the ball in that running back's belly and reads the defense.
Takes
And
it out at the
sometimes
last second.
Sometimes he'll hand off, and sometimes he keeps. But he's putting on a clinic
First
with
and
what he's
10.
doing.
First and 10 for the Lakers at the 21-yard line. Ball's handed off this time.
Round the end, inside the 10-yard line, finally.
Fredericks forced him out on that one. Gain of 11 on that for Kilber. First and goal at the 8.
First and goal on the 8-yard line.
.306 remaining in the half as the quarterback keeps it up the
Missed
middle.
tackle.
Met by Jensen and Ellefson after a gain of 3.
Ball is right at the 5-yard line.
Second and goal.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line. Let's hear it, Luck. Come on.
Two and a half minutes left in the half. Shell Lake threatening.
Ball's handed off, and it'll be another touchdown run up the middle for Kilber. This time a 5-yarder.
36-22.
36-22.
Well, now as a Cardinal fan, you got to hope they score again before the half. and
Exactly. The consolation is you've got 2 minutes and 17 seconds to do something with it on offense and quick strike offense.
Lining
Capable.
up for the extra point again.
There we
And
go.
it's blocked.
25 came through.
That's going to be Connor Hochstetler with the block. So the score remains 22-36.
14-point lead.
First half.
That's better than 16. Or better than 15.
That is better than 15.
17.
15.
15. That's right. It would have been 37.
Been
I keep thinking
37.
I'm thinking 2-point conversions.
But
But
then it
they
would have
kick.
only been 16. Never would have been 17.
No. I'm going the wrong way. I'm aging in the wrong way too, believe me. I'm not getting any younger.
We made the We Are Luck, right, Marty?
What's that?
You seen we made the We Are Luck page,
No. No.
Hmm?
for Broad, for
Oh, no, I never showed him.
No, I didn't know that.
Here. I told my brother about it. Popped up on my phone when Josh was over at the house earlier this week, and I'm like, hey, did you know this? I got to get out of my other thing on Facebook here, and
End zone we go.
Wyatt jumped to try and. There you go. You got your glasses on?
No.
You
They
can
get
read the post on the Luck Cardinals activity page. That's on Facebook if you want to give them a follow. I know you
Oh.
personally don't do Facebook, but it is a great tool to use for a streaming platform for events like this in case you can't make it.
My idea of a great tool is a lawnmower and a chainsaw. And beyond that, I'm stumped.
Ugh,
Oh my goodness, another.
First and 15.
another false start on the, or illegal procedure on the Cardinals, moving them back to start at the 10.
There he goes. Turn the corner
Trying
and
to get the
go.
corner.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Breaks one more tackle.
Here he goes.
Got the corner.
See ya later, alligator.
70-yard touchdown carry for Jensen on that one.
Whoa.
And he covered a lot more than 70 yards on that carry, I tell you what.
That was outrageous. He got around the corner, up the right sideline, cut back. Unbelievable. And now,
Cardinals look to line up to go for 2 and try and cut it to a 6-point Shell Lake advantage with 2 minutes remaining in the quarter here.
let's see what they got.
And it looks like whistles will blow this one dead before it gets going again.
Coach Dunlap is beside himself. He just does not understand the reason for all these yellow handkerchiefs. Every time the Cardinals try to run something, they're
Looks
being
like they're gonna
called
run
for a
the-
violation.
Timeout called by the Cardinals before this 2-point conversion. $64 points scored in this one already, and it's not even halftime.
No. That's what I said. John Hadel and Daryl LaMonica. Raiders and the Chargers. Well, I wonder how the Brewers did. I left and it was
Brewers were ahead
2-1.
2-1 in the bottom of the ninth when I left home.
If it was the
If-
bottom of the ninth, they wouldn't have had to play the bottom of the ninth. Would have been
Oh,
the top
of the ninth. Sorry. Top of the ninth. Hader was pitching when I left.
Brewers won 2-1.
All right, the crew came through.
Going for the extra point.
Rowdy with a 2-run home run.
Cardinals line up to go for 1 here. Get the snap down, and it is good.
That was a bullet. Holy moly.
Good kick by Garrido there, adding the extra point.
Yeah, cuts it to 7, but there's still 2 minutes left, Jordy.
Could be plenty more touchdowns scored before halftime here. The rate this one's going. I mean, you look at it, look at the touchdowns we've had scored. We've had a 35-yard touchdown, a 60-yard touchdown, 2 65-yard touchdowns, a 70-yard touchdown. I mean,
What, by your rough guesstimation and counting by fives, what what does the yardage look like for Wyatt so far?
well, he had 99 yards in the first quarter, and his last 2 carries have added up to 135 yards. So,
He's got about
mean,
almost
you're-
240 yards
yeah,
in a half.
you're looking at a good total there. And I mean, Shell Lake's offense is doing just about the same. I mean, Negus and Kilber both are well into the hundreds right now. So, it is quite an offensive showing here for both teams. Especially considering there's been about 2 passes total thrown in the game.
Well, 2 minutes. Cardinals looking to come up with some defensive magic here. The latter stages of the half.
So after we talked about that Brewer game for a little bit, I received text messages from both Dad and Josh informing us of the score.
Very good. Very good. Thanks, guys.
It's the little bit of a delay that the broadcast is on, and
You know, Team Basie's looking out for you. That's good.
Shell Lake looking to start their drive here.
Oh, there we go.
Big stop for maybe a gain of 1, it looks like.
Now, Hochstetler.
Carter Hochstetler got a piece of that one.
I think both Hawks, I think Connor and Carter both were in on that one.
Carter goes 6'2", 290 as a sophomore. Takes up a lot of room.
I was going to say, his brother, which one did you say? Were you talking about Carter or Connor? Because
Carter.
they're both,
Kata.
they are both big guys in the front of that Cardinal
There he
line. Is Connor stands 6'7", 265, so they should be able to move some weight around up front.
If nothing else, occupy some blockers and give the Cardinal backers and D-backs opportunities to make the stop.
29
Important third down here coming up.
Shell Lake.
What do we got? Third and about 4,
Third and
Jordy?
about 4.
3rd and 5.
Do you have to be a nuisance all the time?
We never have 100% agreement up here. We in terms of our down and
It's third and
distance.
4.
Our down and distance is always subject to intense house debate up here. We've got the Democratic caucus and the Republican caucus up here arguing about the distance.
I was
So
gonna say here I'll flip a coin for it. Heads it's 3rd and 5. Tails it's 3rd and 4. Oh, it's 3rd and 4.
well, we need a stop here, regardless of what it is. Cardinals need a stop.
Whose side are you on? Yeah, it's because that's connected to the scoreboard.
Get him. Get him. There he goes. Cut back. Cut back. Watch out. Watch out. He's going.
Maybe 60-yard touchdown carry there.
There's a touchdown. Oh, we have a flag. We have a flag.
There's a flag at about the 25-yard
Touchdown.
line.
Block in the back, maybe? Block in the back or a clip.
It was a 60-yard touchdown run. We'll see what the
It
call
obviously
is.
is going to be called back. Where are we going?
No, the play was after the touchdown. Connor Hochstetler, first of all.
What is the call here?
They haven't signaled anything yet. They were over talking to the Shell Lake sideline.
Yep. There it is.
Touchdown is good.
Going to be a 60-yard touchdown carry for Negus on that one.
Yeah, and they called unsportsmanlike contact on both teams. That's the
So the touchdown will stand.
the meaningless call.
42-29. There's still a minute left, though, in this
Yeah. You got
first
time.
half.
We only need about 12 seconds. That's
Kick
good.
is up and good.
It is good.
Pretty automatic there for
Shell Lake, 29
for
left.
Deneen there.
56.5 seconds left in the half.
A 14-point lead with just under a minute to play.
So with just under a minute remaining, Shell Lake looks to kick off. Want to bet on whether it's a touchback or not?
Touchback. I got to believe it's going to the end zone.
Kick is up and into the end zone. Like clockwork.
It's consistency.
Going to say with all the scoring here in this first half, the little notepad I've been writing on is getting a little crowded already.
$72 points in the half so far, and we're not done yet.
Don't go anywhere at halftime.
What was that?
Telling people don't go anywhere at halftime.
Pass play now.
Nice.
Looks like Wyatt throws the ball deep. And it's going to be another
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Connor Savoda with the 65-yard touchdown.
Do you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? This is remarkable. This is fun.
Just about 80 people. That's pretty good.
43-35, Cardinals line up. Looking for the kicked extra point.
Lines up and gets
Uh-oh.
it up.
That one didn't go anywhere.
Kick is no good.
Looked like
It's
a
a 35 block,
Marty Messer wedge shot. Hit it in the forehead.
3 seconds.
Never got up.
But as we only have 59 seconds left, and that was plenty of time, so
43 seconds left. We could see 3 more touchdowns here before the half's over.
78 points so far. We're just getting warmed up here, folks.
These,
remember 59 seconds.
I was going to say these kids are going to be run into the ground by tomorrow.
I might need a nap at halftime.
Lot too much excitement for you here?
Hey, at my age, I mean, this is practically bedtime. My goodness, it's already 10 after 8.
Don't even stay up for the nightly news at 9?
No.
I guess I can talk. Usually about 9 o'clock when I'm heading up too, so.
No, I usually make it till 10. But no, it's a heck of a game here. It's just a heck of a game.
That was a heck of a pass.
As I said in my pregame comments, the Cardinals have scored 6 touchdowns passing.
Well, make it 7 now.
Yeah, it's not part of their offensive repertoire, but when they've used it to great success.
Ball's kicked.
Returnable.
Momentum carried him into the end zone, but
And he's
will
going
return it.
nowhere.
There's a flag on the play, but
What do we got?
Tyreem got in on the stop there. Number 9, the 6'1" freshman.
We're gonna call a foul.
Let's see what we got for a penalty on the return.
It's
It's against the Lakers. Is the initial signal by the official.
block in the back.
Blocking the back and back him up 7.5 yards. Half the distance to the goal with 38 seconds remaining in the half. Defense needs to make a stop here in this one. Now would be the time for that turnover and another score for the before the half, but that might be getting a little too optimistic here.
Good call, Jordy. We'll take that. Let's see what your powers of prophecy are. Back to
Shell
throw.
Lake back to pass here. Got a receiver
Oh.
open, and it was through the hands.
Little alligator arms there.
Pass.
Little alligator arms. If he'd just extended
Um,
those, I think that was a 6. Wow.
He had his man beat, but just couldn't pull it in.
That was a well-thrown ball, though. Boy, that was right on the numbers, right on the hands.
Couldn't have got any better.
No. Outstanding.
There is lots of offensive production in this one, and that wouldn't have been much of a surprise to me, I guess, if
2 wideouts over here on the right side.
handed
that-
off again.
There's that inside handoff that is.
Jensen with the tackle there. Throws Kilber to the ground, but not before the gain of, looks like they're going to mark it right at the first down marker.
Just a little bit short.
Might have,
We're going to call for measurement here.
it sure looks that.
Shell Lake is going to take a
Timeout, Shell
timeout.
Lake. We're going to call that a 10-yard carry anyway for Kilber, even though it's going to leave 3rd and inches
Yeah.
for
3rd and a foot.
Shell Lake. I'm aware. We know the we know the computer will say 3rd and 1, but it's truly 3rd and inches.
Little bit. Wow.
See, I know I left my phone charger here for a reason. So I could use my... I'm trying to keep up with the We Are streaming. We have 79 people joining us so far for the
Oh,
game.
hello out there.
81 now, Aaron informed me. The number changes quite a few times throughout the broadcast, but
No, we're glad to be able to bring this to you folks, and hopefully you're enjoying this as much as we are.
I was going to say it's a good service for people that can't necessarily get to games.
Quarterback keeps.
Ooh, someone got a hand on a football and it almost came out. It looks like Fredericks and Hochstetler. That's going to be Connor Hochstetler on the
First
stop
down.
with Fredericks there.
First down stops
Small.
the clock.
Small gain, though, gain of 3.
Another timeout.
Timeout.
I haven't been keeping track of timeouts. That's at least their second
That's the
timeout.
second timeout, I believe.
So
Cardinals took one earlier.
Yeah, back in tennis.
20 seconds remaining here in the first half of this fire-powered first half.
$78 points in the first half.
Gotta do something.
He's looking. What?
Well,
Gonna
we'll
say
see what kind of magic the Lakers are going to.
It's going to be interesting to see how aggressive they are coming out here. Are they going to try and keep handing the ball off and possibly get out of bounds, or are they going to try and throw another one deep here?
I think they're going to throw. If I were a betting man, I think we're going to see another pass attempt. They're going to try to put more points up.
You see the ball in the air here, and good tackle there. Made by Ellefson, I believe.
Gavin Elvis with outstanding tackle.
Good one-on-one tackle there by Ellefson for virtually
open
no
field.
gain.
But I think it got him a first down.
But that is
And that ends it.
that ends the first half with the score being Shell Lake 43 and the Luck Cardinals 35, with Shell Lake having the option to receive the second half kickoff when we return. I am going to attempt to do some math here before we return and try and get a yardage number for the numerous long touchdowns in this one.
And I'm going to take a nap.
$500.
The excitement's getting to you, as it is everyone else here with
101 by Bob Dubinsky. 125 by
78
Bill
points
Anderson.
scored.
125 by Todd Johnson. 75 by Jess Dunlap.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of the Cardinal Shell Lake football game here at Rowe Field in Luck, Wisconsin.
Shell Lake 43.
Do you want to give a quick recap of the first half?
No,
I mean, it was just touchdown after touchdown.
I think you need to share with our listening and viewing audience the statistics you hastily were able to put together at halftime.
Hastily might be a bit of an overstatement. It
Now
took
these-
me the majority of the half to do all this adding.
These are
but
unofficial. These are unofficial, but they're
would you
they're
like
pretty
me to
close.
start from smallest to biggest here?
whatever turns your crank, Jordy.
All right, so Connor Savoda finished the first half with 1 carry for 3 yards. Justin Bleckinger had 3 carries for 22 yards. Michael Hochstetler had 4 carries for 41 yards. Wyatt Jensen had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 carries for a total of 247 unofficial yards in the first half
247 for a half, not bad, Wyatt.
for the Luck Cardinals. And then Shell Lake only had the 2 ball carriers in Kilber and Negus. Both of them had multiple carries. Negus wound up with 224 first half yards, and Kilber wound up with my math at 147 rushing yards. My estimates put the yardage totals for both teams at a combined 770 yards in the first half, combining for 78 points.
Well, that was an interesting first half. There was an 8-yard run from scrimmage on their first offensive series for Shell Lake. So they're inside the 30-yard line. Luck attempted an onside kick to start the second half, and it didn't go the necessary yardage to allow it for a recovery. So there is
Another carry by Negus with
There
a
we go.
stop by Connor Savoda.
that was well played. That was well played.
That was a nice tackle.
Going to put them near a first down. We'll see if they're going to give him that first down yardage or if it's just short. Like third and about a foot. Big opportunity for a stop here for the Cardinals.
Call. So it's going to be 3rd and inches here on this opening drive of the second half. He just lines up, hands it to Kilber.
Up the middle. First down yardage near the 20.
Gonna gain 7 on that one.
Inside the 20. We got some ground fog out there, it looks like.
You could really notice it when you were standing down field level. I noticed it walking back after the halftime break there.
At about the 18-yard line, something like that, 17,
17-yard line looks like.
Quarterback keeper.
Kept by Negus there. Met by
There we go.
Savoda.
There we go. Again, it looks like the Cardinals are going to have to maintain their defensive,
Gain of 3.
carry out their defensive assignments, and don't go for the fakes.
If the Cardinals could just get 1 stop here in the second half, this game turns into whoever has the ball last is going to win this game, is more than likely the way that it's going to shake out.
2nd and 7. Shell Lake splits out their 2 receivers to the right sideline.
Handed to Kilber.
There's that inside handoff. They're just killing
Ball
us.
came out. Ball came out late on that one. But
We
it looks
gotta-
like Shell Lake was able to get back
We've got
on top of it, and we have
got
a
a
Cardinal
player down.
down.
I don't know who it is, but he's definitely having problems.
It's Frederick Evans.
Gavin Fredericks shaking
Gavin
up on
Fredericks,
the play.
number 3, shaking up, and I think he's going to have to come off.
He got up under his own power and he's going to head to the sideline.
Looks like he may have.
May have a stinger there. He's
Yes.
kind of just holding that right shoulder.
Get caught with an arm tackle, and those.
Looks like he's trying to avoid the trainer on the sidelines, but I don't know if he's going to get away with it at this day and age. Shell Lake lining up for the 3rd and 2 here.
Straight dive. Why did they get that corner so readily? I don't understand it.
Touchdown, Joe.
10-yard touchdown by the quarterback Negus there.
They're just able to get that end at
He was
will, it
running
seems
through
like.
the crowd, and then all of a sudden he's on the outside and scampering in for 6. Shell Lake will line up to kick the extra point.
Whoa, high snap and a block. That was big.
24 and 25.
And Michael Hochstetler with a block.
Both
Hochstettlers.
Hochstettlers in on that block.
Hochstetler Incorporated. That was big.
I was going to say Connor had the block of one earlier. His brother, I'm assuming?
I don't know the genealogy. I really don't.
They all brothers. Yeah. So the brothers combined for the block on that one.
But that,
49 Shell Lake, 909.
what was that? Was that less than 3 minutes?
We got a
for Shell
first
Lake?
first touchdown of the second half.
I mean,
that was an extended drive for Shell Lake.
the
there.
field was short. It was only a matter of about 37 yards. But still, 3 minutes, and Shell Lake is on the board with their first score in the second half.
And I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to have another touchback here. As looks like Savoda and Jensen back to receive this kickoff.
There it goes.
But not much receiving to do on that one.
All I see is smeared windows here. We're no,
I was going to say I can slide over enough behind
you get
our
over on that
cameraman
side, and
Aaron
I gotta
Argis here, and
try to stick my head out this window, and hopefully we can have some general idea of what's going on.
the high humidity doesn't help on a night like tonight. You get 6, 7 people up in the booth, and everyone's blowing their own hot air out, and
Well, Cardinals,
starting at the 15 for their opening drive of this second quarter, scrambling to get players on the field here.
spin a
Jensen.
play.
Jensen keeps it. Gain of 4. I switched to the bigger notepad here to start the second half, see if my can't keep things a little more organized.
Cuts
Ball
it up
handle.
inside. Near
Hochstetler,
first down.
Hochstetler on the carry there.
Number 2 gets up off the bottom of the pile.
Isaac Organ, 5'7" junior. for Shell
135.
Lake. That carry was enough for a first down. Kept by Wyatt here, trying to bounce around and find a hole.
Shell Lake has done a nice job, at least so far this half, taking away any outside attack. They're keeping the Cardinal rushing attack pretty much inside the tackles, and they're getting great pursuit and field to the ball. Cardinals were able to get outside on numerous occasions in the first half, so we see coaches making adjustments. There goes
Wyatt
Wyatt.
bounces around, and it looks like he's going to have another one
There
here.
goes Wyatt.
Looks like a 53-yard run there for Wyatt Jensen. Went from the 27 there and took it all the way to the house. He just makes it look so effortless sometimes. Doesn't even look like he's breathing hard out there.
Well, we're going to go for 2 here.
It's an 8-point game right now. Ball's up in the air and off the hands of Michael Hochstetler.
41 Luck, 49 Shell Lake.
41-49. High-scoring affair, to say the least.
It took Shell Lake, under 3 minutes to score, and it took us under 3 minutes to score. So we're
on pace to score a lot more points.
yeah, I think so.
I don't think things are going to change. I think that might just be the way this game's going to wind up to be, is just an absolute shootout. Who knows, maybe 2-point conversions versus 1 would be enough to sway the balance in this one.
That could factor into this before we're done. It definitely could.
I know both teams have missed their opportunities on extra points and 2-point conversions, so as Garrido lines up to send this one deep for the Cardinals. Up in the air and into the end zone.
Another touchdown.
Field position has not been the issue for the Cardinals. They've kicked the ball into the end zone pretty much every time, and Shell Lake responds with a big drive. And same goes for Shell Lake. No one can seem to buy a stop on defense. I think the one stop was the turnover that Luck was able to force in the second quarter there.
Yeah, we got 1 split left, 1 split right. Handoff.
And
to
we've
the
got
fullback.
another flag coming down. Looks like a illegal procedure on the
Procedure or shift or motion. That's procedure indicated.
back in Shell Lake up to the 10. Or it'll be 1st and 15 for the Lakers.
Got the fog rolling in from Big Butternut Creek.
The fog's kind of seeping out of the ground even a little bit on the
Double
field.
wide receivers, quarterback keeper. There we go. There
Tackle
we
for a
go.
loss there, it looks like,
When's
by
the,
Michael Hochstetler.
when's the last time we saw a negative yardage play by the Lakers?
I don't.
It's been a while.
I don't know if we
It's been a
really
while.
have. I mean, I know there were a couple for no gain, but a loss on the play has been rare to come by for either team.
Although one sequence,
Yeah, it was
For
a
what?
high snap, and
we lost 20 yards on the possession, but that has been the exception, not the rule. See if they run right.
they looks like it'll be a gain of 4 for Kilber on that one.
Connor Savona with a stop.
Connor Savota on the tackle.
It's
For the
interesting.
Cardinals.
They run their 2 wide receivers right, and then they run across the green back to the left.
Trying to get a little misdirection going in
yeah.
there. Sometimes it's easier to run to the side with less people. Depends on what the defense is going to give you. 3rd and long here for the Lakers. 2 receivers out.
What do
We got a flag coming early.
That's a procedure call.
Maybe the center looks like the center may have flinched early. Backing it up to 3rd and 15.
Big third down play here.
Abnormal situation for the Lakers on this Friday night.
Big third down play here.
But we have to have a 3rd and 15 with a touchdown.
That's true. That's true.
Line up. 2 split out to the near side here. Fredericks and Hochstetler in coverage.
pass.
Back to pass.
Pickett,
Ball
Pickett.
is up in the air and broken up by Gavin Fredericks back in the game after taking a play or two off.
Gavin almost had
16.
an interception, an INT on that pass. That was kind of a
They'll have to settle for the 4th and 15 and look for the Lakers to punt the ball here.
great defensive pressure.
Deep in their own territory.
Forced a wobbly pass, and the Cardinals looked to gain possession.
Jensen back to receive at about the 32-yard line for the Cardinals.
Oh, low snap.
Gets the kick away, though. Jensen fields it at about the 36. Tries to switch the field here.
And goes
And is
down.
down at about the 32.
Luck will have first down at the 32-yard line.
Great field position.
That's exactly what the Cardinals needed here, was to be able to flip the field, try and even the score up here midway through the 3rd quarter.
Got to get the ball in for the Cardinals here. Each team is using their own choice of footballs.
What is going on here?
Trying to see which ball was ours.
Each team has their own ball, and they're trying to keep the balls dried off on the sideline. And apparently we had a luck ball on the
Shell Lake sideline and a Shell Lake ball on the Luck sideline here.
we got that straightened away. So
Ball snapped to Jensen, handed to Hochstetler going around the right end.
he gets about 5.
Number 14 in on the stop for Shell Lake. That's Nicholas Eisch, 5'11" senior on the stop.
Oh, it looks like about a 4-yard pickup. I was a little
4-yard gain for Michael Hochstetler there.
too optimistic. That was a high snap.
Fielded by Wyatt. Might have managed to gain 1 on that one.
Yeah.
Bringing
If
up
that.
a 3rd and 5.
Down and 5.
Look at that fog just roll in. Starting to build and get thicker on that Shell Lake sideline.
See you
Jensen
later.
gets it. Good stiff arm on the edge. He's going to be brought down at the 10.
First and goal. I think he's inside the 10.
About
Yep.
a 20-yard carry on that one for
That was strictly a naked bootleg left.
he had the one-on-one on the outside there. Put a good stiff arm on the Shell Lake defender and was able to scamper for the 20-yard gain.
Oh, another high snap. I think
10-yard gain.
we're down inside the 5, or about the 5. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's right at the 5-yard line. Second goal from the 5.
Who was on the carry on that one?
I think it was Hochstetler.
Yes, Michael.
Ball's handed to Bleckinger.
Get in the end zone.
He's gonna be
Didn't quite
marked
make
just
it.
short.
Looked like he needed a little wiggle to get himself across the goal line, but they're
Marking him at about the
about the 1, I would
1.
think.
First Third and goal from the 1 yard line.
Obvious 4-down territory here for the Cardinals if they don't happen to punch it into the end zone here.
Well, we got a good snap.
Wyatt's in with,
Jensen!
with his shortest touchdown carry of the game. The 1-yard touchdown run,
Cardinals within
making
2.
it a 49-47 ball game.
Wowza. $21 in the game for Luck.
It's Connor Savoda. I'm starting to get the names by just looking at the numbers now. I've been to a few games here, and things are starting to click a little bit. Wyatt rolls out and is going to be met.
They're just swarming him on those 2-point pass attempts.
So Luck remains down 2 with 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Those conversions are going to be what's going to decide this game now, I believe.
The Cardinals' ability to convert by throwing the ball has been fairly limited.
There's a 100.
Getting told there was over 100 people watching
Well,
online.
the word is
there.
out, man. This is a
Aaron was telling me earlier this
A
is
romp 'em,
probably the
stomp 'em.
most people we've had on the stream for football anyway. Getting into the triple digits here. And for those of you just joining us, you have missed an exciting ball game so far as the score is 49-47 with Shell Lake having the 2-point lead late in the third quarter.
if you like defense, this is not the place to be tonight.
No, it is not.
But if you like offense, holy moly, Rocky, this is unbelievable.
It's been an exciting game so far. The ball is up and into the end zone for yet another touchback.
Well, see if the Cardinal defense
Can get another stop
Yeah.
here would be a great help to the cause.
3:09 left in the third quarter. Cardinals trail by 2.
Ball snapped, handed to Kilber. Short gain on the play. Gain of 4,
Make it 5.
making it 5.
That's easier to add up.
Easy math.
Easier to add up.
Famous words of George, 5 is easier.
5s and 0s are easy to add up. Shell Lake, 2 receivers split out wide. Ball's handed to Kilber again, though.
There's that inside handoff, that little slant running back against the grain. They've run that play, had great success with it, and then got another first down with it.
Another gain of 5 there. Shell Lake breaking the huddle here with 2:08 left in the third. Quarterback's going
keeper.
to keep it.
He gets outside.
Gain of maybe 1 or 2 on the play.
Good tackle, Svoboda.
Connor Savoda with the stop. Negus with the gain of 1, we'll call it. 2nd and 9.
Anytime you keep Negus to a gain of 1, you've done your job. Assignment football for that defense.
I was going to say reads he had been making in the first half had been perfect, and makes another good one there, but it's a good stop by the Cardinals. Number 59, that's Carter Hochstetler on the stop. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Gain of 3 on that one for the quarterback.
End split.
Under a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Got end split wide right and wide left. Quarterback keeper.
Get
Gets
Moss
outside.
behind the blockers.
Again,
Chased out of bounds by Jensen, but not before the first down gain.
able to get outside. Just very patient, picking his spots, getting around right end for first down yardage.
.37 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from right at midfield, it looks
Yep,
like.
that's absolutely. Nose is on the 40-yard line.
Handed to Kilber. Met by Jensen and Scow
First down, I think.
for a gain of 10.
Inside.
Another first down.
Very workmanlike fashion. We've got about 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and I think we're just going to
Just going to take it
Yep.
to the 4th quarter here with Shell Lake leading 49-47. I don't want to say it, but things kind of slowed down there a little bit in the 3rd quarter. I mean,
Third quarter,
still-
147, Shell Lake 49.
still 96 total points scored, but
early in the quarter, each team scored quickly at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, and then it kind of slowed down. So maybe some of the adjustments that the coaches put into effect at halftime are having a positive effect, at least defensively, for either team.
I was going to say there's still lots of scoring possibly to be had in this one. We've got 12 minutes left, and
Well, the Lakers are at the Cardinal 30-yard line, so
moving down. I got to switch windows here. See what I'm looking out of.
I'm trying to stay a little high.
I was going to say when the ball gets inside the 30 on this side, I can see it. When it gets, I can pretty much see it from midfield down on the other side if I move behind the camera.
here we go. Quarter
Shell.
number 4.
That's Kilber on the carry, it looks like. Tackle made by Nate Scow.
Gain of a couple.
Gain of 2, we'll call it.
Second and 8. Two receivers out wide right for the Lakers.
Going to be a straight quarterback dive.
Solid hit.
Met by Jensen there.
Brings up a big third down
Gonna
play
be
for the Lakers.
Third and a long 3, short 4.
Big third down play here for each team. Double receiver set wide left.
You got to imagine it's 4 down territory for the Lakers as they hand it off.
Oh, I think he picked it up. If not, he's very close.
Looks like they're going to give him the spot, yard ahead of the first down. Gain of 5 there for Kilber.
First down.
First down.
Right up the gut. Just a straightforward keeper play. And we're inside the 20, it looks like, or right about the 20-yard line. There he goes.
Kilber handed it again.
Look at that kid change direction.
Peen inside the 10. Looks like it'll be a gain of 13 on the play, bringing up first and goal from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's, yep. Yeah, it looks like it's right on the 5.
First and goal on the 5-yard line.
Gain of about 14 for Kilber there.
Up the gut.
Quarterback keeper. Met by Fredericks and one of the Hochstettlers.
25.
That's Connor Hochstetler in on that one with Gavin Fredericks. Gain of possibly 1 for Negus there. Looks like it'll be second and goal from the 4-yard line. Single man in the backfield for Shell Lake. Straight quarterback dive. Trying to get to the outside. See
Out of
what the
bounds.
official calls him. Short, it looks like, at about the half-yard line.
Just about got in.
Third and goal on the half-yard line.
Well, we had a turnover earlier in the game.
Right about this yardage of the field.
Let's see if we can come up with another one for the boys in the red and black.
Third down and goal here.
And split wide right. Quarterback keeper.
Slowed down
Oh, they gave him the
initially by
touchdown.
Scow, and Kilber or Negus was able to take that 1-yard touchdown run in after being met in the
They
backfield.
had him in the backfield and he escaped. Escapability. Those backs are hard to
bring down.
bring down is right. Nobody gets a clean shot on him, at least that first tackler.
Shell Lake looking to kick the extra point here. And looks like the Cardinals were early on that one.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's going to be an offside.
As Hochstetler was in there again.
Offside.
Offside.
Get ready for a 2-point conversion.
Cardinals have blocked 2 or 3 extra points already, so
Looks like we got their offense on the field. We're going to go for 2.
it's an 8-point ball game right now, so I wouldn't imagine why you wouldn't go for 2 and make it a 2-possession game again.
Absolutely. 2 scores.
Two receivers split out. Hand it off to Kilber for the 2-point carry.
37
He was virtually untouched.
37
Nobody
Shelley.
touched him.
Which, if you could run the ball like Shell Lake does, I don't see why you're not lining up to go for 2
Every time.
more often. Coach Dunlap appears to be upset about something, speaking with the official on the side here. Quite an animated discussion, it appears.
No.
I gotta imagine it has something to do with the number of false start and illegal shift penalties being called on the Cardinals in this one, and possibly he sees something that Shell Lake's doing that we don't up in the booth here.
This
Shell
one's going to be short.
kicks it deep, fielded by Fredericks. Is returnable. And that may be a mistake by Shell Lake there, as Luck will have their best starting field position of the night.
At the 34.
At the 34-yard line. Looks like we got a Laker shaken up on the
On the tackle.
play.
Number 2.
Number 2 is what I'm seeing. That would be Isaiah McKelton, 5'10", sophomore. Playing some special teams for the Lakers here. Sitting up kind of on the field there. Coaching staff is attending to him. Able to walk off under his own power. Cardinals start this drive at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Ball snapped to Jensen. He's going to carry it himself. Breaking through the hole. Looks like he'll be off to the races again for a 47-yard touchdown run this time. Both of Wyatt's last 2 carries have gone for touchdowns now. He had the short 1-yard touchdown run on his last carry, and then this 47-yard run, which brings the score to 57-53 as the Cardinals line up to go for 2. Snap to Jensen again, and he finishes this 2-point carry. And we definitely still have a ball game here with 8.5 minutes remaining.
$57-55
Let's see if I can do some
with
quick
8.5
math
minutes
here.
left to play. Wow. Wyatt's got to be over 350 yards or somewhere in that ballpark, I'm thinking. 325, 330.
My estimates have it at, I have him at 379 is my quick estimates. I mean,
Wow.
he's got the 53-yard touchdown run in this half. He's got a 47-yard touchdown run in this half. And then a few other carries.
Going
As
deep.
Luck kicks it off. And it'll skip into the end zone for another touchback, and Shell Lake will take over at the 15-yard line.
Unbelievable. Well, a turnover would be a fortunate circumstance for the Cardinals at this point.
We got whistles here, trying to get officials set.
Wide receivers split left.
One man covering two down here. And Shell Lake just hands it off again with Fredericks breaking off his guy on the corner there before the ball was snapped, it seemed like, as him and Scow combine on the tackle for the 3-yard gain for Kilber. Two receivers on the near side here. Negus in the shotgun. Gives to Kilber. Chased down from behind by Hochstetler, holding him to a gain of 1.
Brings up, what do we got? 3rd and 6 out there, it looks like.
3rd and 6.
Big third down play. Line of scrimmage is short of the 20.
Big third down late in this game for the Cardinals, trailing by 2 with 7 minutes remaining. Do we have flags early in this one?
Flags or a timeout?
Looks like we have a timeout called by the Lakers here.
Boy, if they'd have ran that play, we had it diagnosed and we had them thrown for a
Stopped in the
loss.
backfield, yeah.
That timeout saved them.
Just over 7 minutes remaining for the game in this one, and it's been a game to say the least.
This will be the game these guys talk about
Well, this
40 years from now, 50 years from now at their class reunion. They'll talk about, remember that night? Remember that night we played Shell Lake?
I was going to say, yeah, an exciting one it'll be to talk about, especially for these seniors playing their last regular season home game here. As Shell Lake lines up for this 3rd and 6. Ball's going to be taken by the quarterback. Looks like he's got first down yardage, gain of 10.
That was a big third down conversion. He's so evasive. These runners are so evasive. They
Had a wave of blockers in front of him on that one.
they move laterally so well, and they change speeds.
They're
they
patient
change
is all
directions.
get out, too. Two receivers down to the near side here. Handed to Kilbner around the right edge.
Out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds, thankfully.
At near midfield.
Gain of 11 for another first down for Shell Lake.
Actually, it's at about the 38-yard line of the Luck Cardinals.
First and 10 on the 38-yard line.
It was a good thing he just ran out of field over there. Otherwise, it could have been off to the races again for him.
Yes. He ran out of room, but he was going pretty good. Coming back.
Tackled by
Gain of
Connor
4.
Hochstetler on that one. Gain of 4 for Kilber. You know, one thing we haven't talked about enough in this game is the work that the Shell Lake offensive line has been doing, creating the holes for these guys to get through. The work of the linemen in the trenches gets lost in the overall scheme of things, especially on a broadcast like this.
Well, and they're able to, you know, to run inside so well, which has not exactly been a
quarterback keeper. Looking like he'll gain about 4, bringing up 3rd down.
The Cardinal defense usually has been pretty stout against that run, especially inside the tackles. And
well, you got the big Hochstetler kids up front. I mean, Carter's measuring at 6'2", 290, and his brothers aren't very much smaller. I mean, Michael's the smallest one at 6'1", 175, and for being a junior in high school, that's still
3rd down.
Still a big man to move.
And a yard.
Lakers winding down the play clock here. Ball's handed off to Kilber, who will get the 1st down.
Inside handoff.
4 yards.
Inside handoff.
If you're Cardinal coach Matt Dunlap, you got to start and get worried about the clock winding down. If they're going to take as much time as they can off, you got to start wondering how many possessions do you truly have left in this one.
Yeah, the last time the quarterback was watching the back judge, see when he was going to start
the countdown. We'll see if quarterback keeper here.
2 missed tackles
before being chased out of bounds by Mike and Connor Hochstetler.
They're inside the 10, I think.
Right at the 10, it looks like.
I think it's goal. 1st and goal, just inside the 10.
Four and a half minutes remaining in this high-scoring affair. Lakers in the red zone again. And we got whistles on this one.
That killed the play. A legal procedure once again indicated against the Lakers.
1st down and goal, so.
Every time I look, Marty, the crowd keeps getting bigger and bigger on Facebook here through the We Are program. I mean, we're up over 107 was the highest that I saw joining us for this.
Triple digits.
This affair between the Luck Cardinals and Shell Lake Lakers. And they have put on quite a show tonight. This would be one to watch. Shell. Got flags flying again.
Another 5-yard tag.
Well, this could really be significant if the Lakers fail to score on this possession, having a 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. This could be huge.
Mental mistakes could cost you a game, and there have been numerous by both teams in this one. I mean, I couldn't begin to count the number of flags that have been on the ground in this one. The ball's handed to Kilber and is met for
gain of maybe 2 or 3.
Hochstetler and Bleckinger combined for the stop.
Looks like we're right about the 15-yard line. Is that?
That's
I
what it's looking like.
can't see much of the paint.
There's no paint left on the field with it being moist and getting tore up by the cleats, and two receivers split out on the far side of the field.
Watch that inside handoff coming back.
Inside handoff
left.
coming this way.
That's been their bread and butter.
And there it is. Kilber's met and drove back by Jensen. Gain of 7 on the play there. Back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like.
They're still outside the 10, I think. Or are they inside the 10?
Nope. Looks like they're outside the 10. All the yardage guys are right down there together, so.
Big third down. Boy, we've had a lot of these tonight. One of many.
Two minutes 46 remaining and counting in this one. Ball's handed off to the running back. It's going to be stopped short of the end zone.
Brings up fourth down.
Brings up a big fourth down with 2.5 minutes remaining. It'll be fourth down at about the 4-yard line.
Come on, Luck, let's hear it. Come on.
Coach Dunlap was begging for a timeout as the officials get together and are going to look to possibly add more time onto the clock here.
She's going to run over and tell you.
Looks like they'll add 4 seconds to this one, leaving 2:18 left. So it's going to be fourth down and from the 5-yard line, I think we're gonna say here. Not much bigger of a fourth down you'll find than this one right here.
This really is the season for Shell Lake.
Oh, ball's fumbled almost. A stop made by
They held him.
Fleckinger with the stop there on defense, holding Shell Lake to no points.
Holy moly, Rocky, was that big? A handoff that was mishandled, that was kind of fumbled, and the Cardinals were able...
Bumbled, and it was just enough to slow him down for Fleckinger to shoot through that gap and make the stop. Big play by the senior on senior night here.
2:06.
2:06 remaining. Cardinals down 2 with the length of the field to go. Wyatt's going to keep it. He's got the edge. He's got the edge. He's going. He's got one man to beat. He beat him.
Are you kidding me?
76 yards for Wyatt Jensen for the touchdown to put the Cardinals ahead by 4 here.
Are you kidding me?
1:52 remaining. Cardinals lead 61-57 as they line up to go for 2. This is a big conversion here. You got to make it a 6-point game at least. Ball's kept by Jensen, puts his head down, and he gets in.
63-57,
Score will be 63-57 with 1 minute 52 seconds remaining in this one, and the Cardinal defense coming up with the biggest stop of the season.
And now they've got to complete the job. It ain't over till it's over.
That was quite a turn of events there. Shell Lake has led this game most of the way. I mean, Wyatt had the first touchdown, then Shell Lake had the next two, and they led the whole way since then.
Cardinals have been playing from behind.
From late in the first, with a lot of time left in the first quarter, there Shell Lake has had the lead. Garrido aligned to kick this one off. Garrido lines up, kicks it off, and he'll get it into the end zone. Shell Lake will start with the ball on the 15-yard line. They'll have 65 yards to go.
And they've got to go to the end zone.
And they have to go to the end zone. 60. You got to remember, though, Shell Lake has had a few extra points blocked in this one. So that 2-point conversion was huge by the Cardinals there.
Had they got a few earlier, it would have been very much huge also.
Shell Lake back to pass here. Ball falls incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. That was a surprising play call by the Lakers there, in my opinion.
Coach Dunlap almost ran out to pick that one off, but he waited until it hit the field before he went and retrieved the ball. Coach Dunlap is in this. He's in this one tonight.
He's in his element.
Oh,
How's
man.
that?
This is fun.
Looks like Shell Lake will be back to pass again as it's going to be forced out by Michael Hochstetler there. Looks like it'll be a gain of pretty close to 10. It'll be a first down for the Lakers. We'll call it a 10-yard scramble there for Negus. Big thing is he got out of bounds there, stops the clock with 1:41 left in the fourth quarter.
I don't know what the timeout situation is for the Lakers.
I don't know if they've taken any in the second half
I
here.
think they have, but I don't know how many.
Ball kept by Negus on the keeper. Nate Scow brings him down. Gain of 5. The clock will continue to run.
We're under a minute and a half. $1:15 and counting.
Lines up, inside handoff there. Kind of got lost in the wave, but Gavin Ellefson was the last to get up for the Cardinals there on the stop.
34-yard line.
Time out by Shell Lake, it looks like.
He moved it back about the 33-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and a long one here.
57, Shell Lake.
Assignment football, gentlemen. Play your assignments.
So after that 76-yard touchdown by Wyatt Jensen. That has his yardage total up to 455 yards with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's crazy good.
Six rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown. As it's third, looks like it grew to 3rd and 2 here.
Yeah,
Cardinals look to get the stop.
they spotted the ball back a little bit from where he.
Ball's handed to Kilber, is able to get the first down. Scow tripped him up on that one, it looked like.
Short of midfield, and the clock continues, I believe.
Clock will continue to run there. Gain of 3 on that one by Kilber. Shell Lake breaks the huddle with some pace, 45 seconds and counting. They get set, drops back to pass, is going to scramble out, and just throws it away with Bleckinger, Hochstetler.
That's going to get an illegal grounding.
He's outside of the tackle box.
I don't know if there's different high school rules or not.
It made it to the line of scrimmage.
That's the call.
It doesn't look like there was a receiver anywhere near the area, though.
No. That should be loss of down, I believe. See if he does this. Loss of down.
Loss of down, so it's 2nd and 20 for the Lakers here with 34.5 seconds remaining. As they try and get set, wait for the official's mark to begin this one here. Ball is snapped. Hochstetler gets back to the quarterback. Ball's in the air and it falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 20 with 29 seconds remaining in this one.
Keep the ball in front of you. Don't give up that first down and don't get beat deep.
I was going to say, I've been surprised by Shell Lake's strategy here on this last drive. They put the ball in the air more times than they've put it on the ground. They're back to pass. Hochstetler on the rush. Ball's picked off by Wyatt Jensen.
Why not? Why not? Wyatt Jensen has done it all tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
He puts the nail in the Laker coffin there with the game-sealing interception. All the Cardinals have to do now is come out, kneel on it. I'm going to call a timeout here by Luck, make sure he's got all the Cardinals on the same page.
Set up that victory formation and walk off the field. Woo! And hug the heck out of Wyatt. What a performance.
It was only appropriate that he gets the game-sealing interception after his performance here on senior night. Watching the replay here, and it was like he was back there to just catch the punt. What a game this has been. Ball snapped to Wyatt and puts his knee on the ground.
That's it. That's
the
game.
Clock will wind down.
That's game.
Your final score for this one is going to be 63-57. Luck Cardinals come away victorious, moving to 6-1, I believe.
That's correct.
And Shell Lake falls
They
to
were
5-2.
5-2. And so both these teams came in second place with identical conference records.
Some yards.
Some nice sportsmanship. This is a tough one for those Lakers to lose, and yet they're out there going through the line, congratulating the Cardinals.
I don't have it yet.
That was as exciting a high school football game as I've ever been a part of. Wow.
That was quite an exciting one, and
We're in Clayton.
we are going to leave you with that final score and an amazing game to watch.
Do you want to just roughly total up what we got for
I
Wyatt?
can roughly total up. Wyatt ended up with 455 rushing yards on the ground. He did the bulk of the work, handling all but 4 carries for the Cardinals in the second half there. Negus and Kilber both were over 250 yards on the ground as well for Shell Lake.
So they had 500 yards rushing between them.
Between the two of them, so we're looking at close to 1,200 yards total for the game for
Rushing.
offense in this one. I was going to say, like you said earlier, if you liked watching defense, this wasn't the game for you. If you liked a high-scoring shootout, I suggest you rewatch it because this is one to relive.
Outstanding. Great performances by both clubs. Both clubs came in and executed their game plans. I think the Cardinals made some good adjustments in the second half defensively, and
They did enough to pull out this win.
each team has got to be proud of their performance tonight, regardless of winning or losing. Shell Lake can hold their head high. They did a great job tonight, and our hats off to the Lakers.
And we thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great weekend, and I don't know, we'll be back next year with the next home game, or
I don't know what happens with playoffs.
possibly a playoff game.
I don't know what happens with that whole thing, but no, it's been great, Jordy. I really like working with you and look forward to maybe getting a couple more home games out of the tournament series. We'll see. So good night from the Geezer.